Hello, I'm Lewis Capaldi. I just did an interview with the Zach Sang Show. We talked about my new album, how much I burp. I covered up my area with a pillow because you can really see a lot of stuff down there. And we talked about how much Niall Horan loves me.
Let's do this. Zach Sang Show.
Beautiful humans. We got Dan here.
Hello, Dan.
Hello.
And we have Lewis Capaldi in the studio.
All right.
Yeah. I'm a person. I am a person.
Do you have to remind yourself that you're a person now that you're so famous?
Sometimes I just look in the mirror and I say, "Who are you?" I say, "Who is this looking in front of me?" I'm a regular dude. Yeah. What can I say?
You really are the most normal individual I've ever met.
Oh, that could be taken as a scathing thing of my personality. Yeah, well, that was father. He's normal. Yeah.
Dude, you've had quite a rise in over the last couple years, right? When I first saw you perform, it was at the Troubadour. It was the best show I have ever seen in that venue.
Thank you very much, man. Nice one.
It was remarkable,
Yeah.
the silence that the room gives you.
Yeah, good.
And what the audience, they give you everything. They give you their entire undivided attention.
Yeah, and don't forget their money. They pay for the tickets, which is the most important thing. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, totally, man. It's amazing. Like, to get to do those shows and stuff has been. To play in the Troubadour for a start is incredible, and to be able to do it, like that, and have people be so attentive while you're playing is pretty incredible.
Yeah, dude. But you came to the Troubadour after doing a ton of stops with Sam Smith, playing massive venues.
Yeah.
Your sound guy is incredible. The best sound quality I've ever heard at the Troubadour.
Oh, lovely. I'll tell Michael that. I'll tell him that, and he'll be over the moon to hear that. Thank you.
I was watching him work because there's like the two balconies there, and you can kind of see into the soundboard area. I was watching him do his thing, and it was really magical.
Yeah.
But back to your rise. You are a normal guy, but have you lost any part of who you were before all of this?
Yeah, man, I've become such a diva. No, it's what I quite enjoy about all this is I find the more I get into it and the more kind of cool stuff we're doing, or the bigger it gets, I find that it's actually, I quite enjoy finding the the mundanity of it all, like how unglamorous a lot of it actually is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I quite enjoy that side of it, learning all about how, like traveling across country. Touring sounds like a very glamorous thing. Going on tour and playing these shows, and the shows are amazing and stuff like that. It's brilliant. But the majority of your time is spent in a van that smells like sweaty men. Do you know what I mean? It's not very glamorous, and I quite enjoy that. I quite enjoy how normal it feels. Do you know what I mean? And it's nice to know that, this isn't like you flip a switch one day and everything's like glitz and glamour. Maybe that's just because it's me who's doing it. Maybe it is quite glamorous if you're like Lady Gaga or something. But for me, it just feels quite regular, which is nice. It kind of feels, there's points where it does feel like, okay, this is a job in the best way possible. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like, I'm not like, this is a job, really hard, but it's like, I just like the normality of a lot of aspects of it. Yeah.
Which people people who are fans who look at the industry or any industry, TV, movie, music, whatever, they only see the glamour.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
But do you even like the glamour? Because it does happen. You had makeup in your room the other day as you were looking for a plunger.
Yeah. I did. I'm wearing makeup right now, actually.
Oh,
you are?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell.
Well, that's it. It's natural. I don't really need to put much on because I'm obviously flawless. The glamour's all right. It's quite cool. It's nice once in a while.
Yeah.
We went to, there's a big award ceremony in the UK called the Brit Awards, and we went to that.
Oh, never heard of it.
Yeah, I was nominated for an award, did not win it, but not bitter at all.
It's okay.
At least we're nominated.
Yeah, that's not good enough. I did enjoy the that. It was good. Once in a while, it's fun. But I think if you are at those things every other week, like, see when actors have like award season, that must be the most exhausting thing ever. Do you know what I mean? Because they're long. There was a lot of alcohol at the Brits, so that was okay. But as far as I'm aware, you can't always drink at American award shows.
No.
So that would be like, it would drag. It would drag in. I just don't know how you would pass the time. Please invite me to them, though. I would like to come, but I'm just saying. But like, yeah. So I think once in a while it's good, but it's like it's good to know that that's not like the real. That's not real. Do you know what I mean? It's this whole big thing.
It's not real.
Totally.
Balance is key.
Yeah.
Okay, you write all your own records. I want to start. Bloom and Breach are connected. Yes.
Yeah.
In more than just bees.
Bees, yeah, bees in 5-letter words. No, wait, Breach is a 6-letter word, so I've embarrassed myself. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just. I kind of wanted to do that. I mean, really, it was all kind of accidental. The whole, like, the covers are very similar and stuff like that. But I quite like continuity. I love like bands like the 1975 because all their like artwork is very. It's like you can
tell that it's one band doing it all.
Totally. And I quite like that. And all like there's more artwork thing than anything else, but they are So I just like the kind of, as I say, the continuity and stuff like that, and stuff like that.
So you release Bloom in 2017. Breach comes in 2018. Are all of these songs done at once, or was there time between the EPs?
Some of the songs on Breach were done when I was writing for what would be Bloom. Do you know what I mean? So it was like some of them are, but like, so for example, like the kind of the main single of Breach was written like 4 weeks before Breach came out. So it was like wasn't supposed to be on the EP and all that, and that was like very, very. That was a very recent thing before the EP came out, and it was like the label hated me because I was like, I want the song on the EP. It needs to be on the EP.
What record did you fight for?
Someone You Loved. It was called. just because not that the label didn't want it on, but time wise, for me to tell them, I really want this song on the EP, and the EP to be coming out in 4 weeks.
But that's the biggest hit off the EP.
Yeah, thank God it's on there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Thank God. But
5 weeks at #1 in the UK.
5 weeks at #1 in the UK. It looks like it's going to be 6. Wow. So yeah, I didn't mean to flex on you, but I've done it. No, yeah, it's pretty mad. So yeah, I kind of rate them, all kind of times. But yeah, so like what you'll be lucky sometimes you'll just get just before the EP comes out or something. You'll get a song and it's like, okay, let's go with this.
It needs to go.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
But did you know what story you were telling with Breach before Someone You Love was done?
I think so. I think I just knew. I mean, my songs are all quite. For those who don't know, if you don't like chubby guys singing sad songs, you're not going to enjoy my music. I mean, if you love it, then oh my God, you're going to love it. Honestly,
it's so for you.
This is right up your street. But no. So yeah, I was still writing about that, and I was still writing about. These songs are all the songs are kind of about the same relationship that ended, married with me experiencing all this new stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, that's the kind of overarching thing for the EPs and into the album, is that it's just me having the best 3 years of my life, but also kind of looking back on a relationship that had ended. So I kind of knew what I was saying on Breach with that, because it was all about that relationship and stuff. But it just so happened that Someone You Loved slotted in quite nicely to that.
Does that add to the heartbreak, the fact that you have all of this life and all these accomplishments hitting you, and there's nobody next to you to experience it all with?
Well, thanks, mate. That's this is like I should be lying down here. This is like a psychiatrist thing. Do you know what I mean? No, yeah, totally. And that's what I think a lot of it is. And I think, as I say, the album and stuff like that is because it's like, yeah, this is an amazing experience. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, it's weird to not be able to just. I mean, you've got your friends and family, but I mean, like... But
you had that person.
Yeah, you have that person that... And what... I've got a song called Bruises actually about that specifically, and it's like it's weird to just not have someone who's like a constant. And that's kind of where Someone You Loved comes from, because having someone who was a constant in your life and is now no longer there is a pretty big thing for me. It was something I've experienced. And I think, I think that's mad. It's weird that someone you sent... if you were feeling down or you were feeling happy or whatever, if you just wanted to send them a funny video of a cat peeing on its owner on the internet, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would do it. But then it's like the very minute things like that even are no longer there. So yeah, it's just a bit of an adjustment, because she was there at the beginning of it all, and then I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna do this. I'll be able to like share it with her, sort of thing. And then she left me.
But you got all these songs out of it.
Did, yeah, mate, and we've made some money. Come on.
But in that moment, it is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, I totally, man. It's like, but it's like, it's kind of good though. I think it's nice to experience this. I can also see now, having done it all, the pros and cons that would have come with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely, obviously, been nice to share it with someone, but as well, I'm never home. This would be a very, very stressful thing.
And a selfish relationship.
Yeah, totally. To put on someone else who kind of didn't ask for it. So, yeah, it's kind of got its, yeah. Sometimes it's good to be lonely because you're not. Do you know what I mean? It's thinking, but yeah, it's definitely got two sides to it. Yeah.
Hey, I'm so sorry to do this. Quick ad. A lot of people, by the way, come up to me and they're like, Zach, you look so uninterested when you do the ASU reads. I am interested. I'm very passionate about proper education, which ASU provides. I just got to read all this stuff, so I'm not looking at camera and I get distracted. So, I'm going to tell you something. If you're considering going back to school, ask yourself the following questions. Do you need flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of those questions, Arizona State University could be the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers over 150 highly ranked degree programs. 100% online, you'll earn that same degree as you would on campus from wherever you are. It's really flexible. You can do it all on your schedule. Plus, ASU Online accepts most transfer credits. For more information, text Zach to 35517. Put that right there. That is Zach to 35517. Learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates, and why 87% of ASU grads are recruited within 90 days of graduation. See? I am passionate about this. This is real stuff here, guys. It's a great option when it comes to education and schooling. Learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University. To learn more about ASU online degree programs, you can text Zach to 35517. That is ZACH to 35517. So are you writing these records between Breach and Bloom while the heartbreak, like after the heartbreak immediately? Do you sit and you process for yourself? Like, how do you use music in the healing process?
It's definitely the last part of it, I think. Yeah, I think I can't write about how I'm feeling while I'm experiencing it, because it's just, you're too in your own head and you're too kind of like clouded by it all. Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
Because you're like, yeah, you're
too in it.
Yeah, and you don't really know what you're feeling because it's very overwhelming. So for me, I always find that I write about things like 6 months after the fact or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So right now, I'm not writing songs about how I feel right now because I'm still experiencing it and processing it. I'm writing songs about how I felt, the stuff that happened to me like 6 months ago. It's always quite retrospective sort of thing.
So do you set time aside to be reflective and to look back?
I don't know. I think it naturally kind of happens. It's like I kind of start thinking more about those things that happen. Like, do you know what I mean? I'll have kind of written everything I could write about that period in my life, and then 6 months will pass, and I'll be like, oh, now I can start on.
Let's look back at the last 6 months.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like a constant thing that's always changing a bit, and it's good though, man. Because I think the thing about my songs is none of my songs are like, I hate you because you did this to me. I'm not a scorned lover in any of these songs. Do you know what I mean? All my songs are very much, I think, this didn't work out and it's a shame, and here's why I think it's a shame and why I would have liked it to work out. And do you know what I mean? I think it's very much like, I don't want to write like nice guy songs where it's like, oh, you should be with me and not with that guy because he's on the football team and I'm like, you know, like I play with swords in my room. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's you know what I mean? I wanted to write I like to write songs more like with the benefit of hindsight. So you can kind of look at a situation.
It's a wider
bit more.
picture.
Yeah, totally. So you can totally look at a situation a bit more and be like, okay. I think as well when you break up with someone, you automatically think, nope, their fault. It was all their fault. I didn't do anything.
But no.
Which is obviously never the case. I did a lot of things that were probably detrimental to that relationship.
But processing it and looking back at it is the only reason you know that.
Totally, yeah, 100%. And I think it's a blessing, yeah, for sure. I mean, I see where people, you hear people say like songwriting is like a form of therapy. I kind of get what they're saying, but if you need therapy, go to therapy. Yeah.
So at what point are you over this breakup? Is it once the songs are released? Is it once it's down on paper?
I think.
Are you not over it?
I don't know. I think I was, when I'm writing them, I'm over it. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe not. Once, I don't know. I think when I'm writing them, I'm probably not over it actually because I'm still writing about them. Otherwise, I'd be thinking. I think now I'm over it. I think when the album was finished, I was over it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone You Love was the last song we wrote before the album.
And you're talking about Breach, right? Not
No, I'm talking about the album.
divinely uninspired to a hellish extent.
Yeah, that.
So simple.
Yeah, the most ridiculous title of all time. Have a shorter title, definitely. Yeah, so I'm talking about that. But like, so Someone You Love was the last song I wrote for this album. Like the newest song that's on the album is that song, and that Someone You Loved is not about a personal. It's not like it's very broad, that song, and it's very much like it's not about necessarily a relationship. I think before I wrote that song, I was over it, and I was like, okay, like I wasn't looking for any more songs from my album, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it was such a surprise when to the label and to me when I says I want this song to be on the record, but or to be on Breach, and yeah, so I was kind of over it, and I wanted to write something. I still had things to say about loss and losing people, like, but I didn't want it to be about that relationship because I'd kind of done it all. Like I'd been writing about it for 2 years. If you want to get over a relationship, write songs about it every day for 2 years, and it will just end up boring. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you'll be bored of it by then. You're like, oh, for God's
This
sake, man.
again?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. But so yeah, I think that's why Someone You Loved is as broad as it is, because I was over it at that point, and I wasn't like, I don't want to write about that anymore. But I do want to write about the feeling of losing someone, whether that's through family bereavement or like, you know, losing a relationship as well, and I want to keep it very broad.
Because that's what I got. Unexpected loss of any kind from the
Yeah.
record.
Totally, yeah, 100%. And yeah, because it's like, I mean, during the process of the album, we obviously lost family members and stuff, and obviously lost my girlfriend, became not as close with friends and stuff like life essentially was happening. And I think, yeah, I just wanted to have a song that kind of could be applicable to all of those things without me putting myself in the picture so much. Do you know what I mean? Like these other songs, I think you can tell are very much, okay, he experienced this and this and this. You can kind of get a picture of the relationship that I was in.
100%.
But with Someone You Loved, I think what's good about it is it's quite broad. because
General,
yeah,
yeah.
and I think it allows people to kind of put themselves in the song a bit more without. I mean, I think they've been able to do it with other stuff, but I think with this song more than ever, and maybe why this has become, you know, the biggest song I have. Thank you very much for buying it if you've bought it. But I think that with this, I think that's why. I think people can just apply it to all their life situations about losing someone.
You go.
I was like, does it make you feel happy, uncomfortable? Like, what are your feelings when you know people are playing this song at like funerals and things?
I think, thank God I'm not dead. No, no. I love it, man. It's just that's a very 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 intimate thing to be like we're going to play this song at this funeral. It's like the biggest. This sounds weird. It's the biggest like compliment ever. Like to be someone's like
Yeah.
to be there for the end of someone's life is like soundtracked by my thingy, and to be because obviously funerals are for the living. Funerals aren't for the dead. Essentially, they're for like the living people that come and mourn. I think that they've chosen a song that I wrote about my experiences to kind of I don't know comfort them or to to be because they think that's with their situation and stuff is a very very. It's just amazing. It's a very nice thing to hear. Yeah, totally.
It's power.
Totally. I definitely don't play it at a wedding because it'll bring the mood down.
Okay, the album, right? What point do you stop writing? Do you remember? Like, how long has it been done for?
It's been finished for like 8 weeks. If that, no, it got handed in a month ago. So, but writing was done when I wrote Someone You Loved. So that was in November, I think, or just before November.
Got it.
So yeah, it was a full on thing. And the thing, no one ever tells you that writing an album. They always say, it's an amazing experience. Not writing an album, but recording the album. It's an amazing experience, and I really found myself, and I did this, and went on this journey, this emotional journey. Writing an album is very stressful and very boring as well. Simultaneously, it's weird.
What's the most boring part?
Singing the same line or the same song 40 times just to be told, do you know what? I think we're going to go the first take because it's just got some sort of raw emotion to it. Decide that earlier. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't do this to me. Why have I just ruined my throat singing this song? Ruined my throat and my mind by singing the same song over and over again. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think so. The writing process for me is very fun, and the arrangement process, but the actual process of being in a studio recording is not one that I enjoy, and it's never one that I've really enjoyed. But yeah, but it's been handed and done for like 4 weeks. So,
When I watch your show, your vocals are the exact same live as they are on the records.
oh, thank you very much, man.
So my assumption while prepping was that you'd go into the studio and be like a one-take guy.
Oh, no one. It's like no one wants one take. They want to just get you to do as much as possible because they feel like they've covered all the bases, and it's just. I mean, I get it. Do you know what I mean? That's probably why I hate it so much, because I do understand the need for it. But it's like I didn't get into music to be, to be the guy to sit in a studio for 4 hours. Do you know what I mean? I got into music to play live, like you're saying, and that's why I think I want the live show to sound as good as it does, or I want to sing. I want to sing well live, because that's for me is the most important part. And that's the part that got me into music, and that's the part that I gravitate towards when it comes to music. And the studio is not kind to me.
Who's the first person who heard your voice and said, you could be a singer? You have something.
I don't know about someone hearing it. I don't think there was ever a moment where someone was like the kid's got it. I don't think it was ever like you're gonna be a star. But I don't think it was anything like that. But it was like I think it was maybe like sorry. I think it was like the first time I got up on stage and sang, I was 4 years old. I was on holiday with my parents in France, and my brothers and sisters were there too. I don't know why I left him out of the story. Sorry. Yeah, and there was like a tribute. There was like a cabaret band on. It was in a caravan park, trailer park, if you want to call it that. But like not like a nice trailer park where people go on holiday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I totally get
Is
it.
that a thing here? RV.
No,
Like RV sort of
park,
thing, but like
yeah.
a small, rubbish, really bad RV. And it was like this cabaret thing. And the band were like, if anyone wants to come up and sing any songs, be our guest, we'll happily play with you, or like do the karaoke thing. And at the time I was obsessed with this CD that I got in a newspaper of like, it was Queen, and it was which is very trendy at the moment, I know to say that, but like it was We Are the Champions and We Will Rock You. And it was I was just obsessed with those two songs over and over and over again. I would listen to them, and I went up on stage and asked if I could sing. I think it maybe We Are the Champions was the first one, and I just got this bug for it. So it wasn't never like I got up on stage and was like, that was fun, I enjoyed doing that, like, and then I went back and sang We Will Rock You as well. So I sang both of the songs. So
At 4 years old.
Yeah. Oh, I was a bit of a what do you call those children that are show offs and little,
A ham?
maybe that, yeah, a ham, a little annoying ham. I think from then I knew I wanted to be in music, and I wanted to get up on stage and sing in front of people again. But yeah, my voice has definitely changed so much from being 4. So
I would hope so.
as have other parts of my body. Some for some for better. One particularly that you think would change has stayed the same.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain.
So, but,
I don't.
but
So 4 years old, you sing your first song. At 9, you learn guitar?
yep.
And are you singing between 4 and 9?
Yes, I'm constantly singing.
Like around the house?
Yep, in the house. That's what I think. My mum and dad knew I kind of had this thing for it, like like I liked it. So they were just like, okay, let them do it. And then I said I want to come play guitar, but I only wanted to play guitar because I wanted to play live. And I thought, right, if I'm going to play live, I have to play guitar. And that was 9. And then when I started writing songs, I would have been like 10, 11. And I was like, okay, if I'm going to play live, you have to write your own songs. That's what people do. That's what like Queen did, and like my favourite singers and stuff. And yeah, so it was all just kind of like everything I did was just to facilitate getting on stage. Do you know what I mean? And playing in front of people.
See, you saw a blueprint that was pretty unique. And I think there's some people who maybe saw a different blueprint who are musicians today, right? You thought the only way you could perform is to write your own music.
Yeah. Totally.
Is to tell your own story.
Yeah, I mean, I wish, see if I'd known that there was songwriters, I would have had a lot of an easier ride. But maybe I probably would have just been like, yes, man, I'll just sing. But no, it's, yeah, I just thought that's how you did it. I thought that was what you did. But the thing is, my family were all into rock music, and like, my brother was like into like Slipknot and bands like that. So it's like, it was all very much in that world.
Yeah.
As like people, it's like the bands writing songs. And
Live
stuff.
instruments, writing their own music.
Yeah, totally, exactly. And but by the way, if you don't, when you write your music or not, I don't care. I think it's like do you? Do you know what I mean? Do whatever you want. It's fine. But like I don't frown upon people who don't. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think you'd be a star if you didn't write your own music?
I think because of the music I make, the songs are very much about personal experiences, and I think that's why people gravitate towards them a bit more. So I don't know if I'd had to have done it. Do you know what I mean? Plus, I don't think, because I was writing my own music, I kind of was writing for my voice. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the thing. People who are like singers who don't sing their own songs, or who have songs written for, or have written songs that people wrote, are always like incredible singers, because that's the thing they focused on like the most. And you have to be an incredible singer to sing a song that wasn't, because you might get a song that wasn't written for you. Do you know what I mean? So it might be like this crazy, like anytime I go to cover a song, I recently sang that When the Party's Over by Billie Eilish for something, right? And it was so hard to sing. And it's like, if a song's not written for you, it's like, it can be very hard to sing.
But what is hard about it? Is it matching your vocals, or is it embodying the story?
A bit of both, I think, maybe. But I think, yeah, the vocal thing is, for me, like, is mad. Because, like, these songs will be written, the range is all weird and different. It's not like no one's ever went, right, Lewis, this is his range from here. I don't know what it is, but, like, it's from here to here. And it's probably massive. But, no. Unlike other things in my body.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah, that, like, so I think it's more that for me. But because I think when, like, that song's so amazingly written, and obviously Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas wrote it, and it's like, that's like, I mean, that's different, because it's like, when the song is that good, it's like you get the story. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's less of that. That's not as much of a problem for me, I don't think.
It's really matching your range in the tone.
Just the actual singing. I mean, her voice is incredible. But because it's like, that song's so like quiet and very like nicely sung, you think, oh, this will be easy to sing, and it's not. It's very hard.
Do you consider your voice your genre?
A bit, yeah. I think the songs and the voice are the main thing. That's why my first single was just piano and vocal, and I think I just wanted people to hear the voice in the song, like as you say. So yeah, I think so. I mean, it's sad pop music. If you're into, I always say to people when they ask what kind of music I make, I say, do you like Adele? And they say yes, and I say, right, imagine Adele, but she's a guy and she's not as talented.
That's you.
That's me. I've got it sewn up.
I'm not gonna lie. If I go like this really quickly, I kind of see Adele.
See,
there you are.
Bang on. Yeah, exactly. the new male. How many male Adeles have there been, by the way, over the last?
Too many.
The male Adele. No, you're not. But yeah, the new male, not as talented Adele. That's me. That's my brand.
Put that on a business card.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you're in the same sentence as Adele.
That's true. That's very, very true. I mean, anybody can be in the same sentence as Adele, so it's not as good.
Divinely uninspired to a hellish extent. What actually inspires this album? Is it one story, or is each record its own kind of thing?
It's kind of turned into this accidental breakup album. I didn't mean to write about just that breakup, but it kind of did turn into it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like it's that breakup, and again, me experiencing all this stuff afterwards. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of all in that, and like my own insecurities with that and stuff like that. Yeah.
Then how does the title come to be?
So, sorry, I keep belching. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a good thing you're not sitting here, because it smells disgusting. Over
Very expensive burps coming out of that mouth, though. I'm just gonna say that.
Can I sit forward? Is that weird? Does
you
that
can sit
mess
wherever
up the
you
angles?
want.
Oh, sorry.
Sit backwards if you want. I don't give a shit.
I'm quite conscious. I'm wearing quite these trousers. Aren't very flattering on the.
On the what?
Just on the. I'll just.
That's fair.
I think. What were we talking about before?
How did this title come to be?
Okay. Yeah. Well, what it was, I looked down. So I was getting during the process of making the album, I was getting a bit too caught up in the whole. What's the word? The industry side of music, and I was getting a bit too bogged down. I was looking at numbers and figures quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like social media and
a scary thing to get lost in.
Oh yeah, totally. And like ticket sales and streams and downloads and all that stuff.
Things you never cared about before.
Yeah, I don't really care about it. But it was like, I saw that as like, oh, if they're not doing this, the numbers and figures, I might get dropped by the record label. But
never happened.
No. Well, we'll see. Yeah, and it was like this thing where I was just getting bogged down and all, and I was a bit like, okay, this is like, I was taking it a bit too seriously, and beforehand I hadn't taken it seriously. I think you can probably tell I don't take things too seriously. But and I think at that point I was getting a bit like kind of midway through me writing the album, or 3/4 maybe, I was getting a bit too bogged down on it. Like one day, everything's great, everything's amazing, the shows are doing great, this is it. And literally the next day it's like, well, the tickets in this bar aren't doing very well, and you know. So it was just that part of it that I was getting a bit, up and down with, and it's but it's like anything. A lot of people can do that regardless with whatever. So, and then I wrote a song which had the line, "Broken by desire to be heavenly sent, divinely uninspired to a hellish extent," which was basically me saying, it's sort of a song called "Figure It Out" that actually is not on the album, but I wanted it to be, but time wise, it just didn't line up, which was good because. Well, I mean, we named the album after that song, and then we found out this song isn't going to be on the album. I was like, great news.
Now you have a great follow-up single.
Yeah, totally.
Set the teaser.
Ready to go, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I do want to finish it. But it was so I was just kind of bogged down. I wrote this song. I wrote a song with two guys. One's called Mika Premitat and one's called Joe Little. And Mika's written for Selena Gomez and all these other amazing artists. And Joe Little worked on like Lord and produced the first Lord album and co-wrote a lot of the first Lord songs. And
is that pressure?
it was, yeah, in the room. But what I found was quite nice was I was explaining to them my my plight, if you will, of like this up and down nature of how I was feeling about music. And these are two guys who
they get it.
Yeah, they totally understood. And Joel has done everything you could probably want to do in music. Do you know what I mean? That Lord album was Royals was like the biggest song on the planet. Do you know what I mean? So he's there, and Mika's this up and coming songwriter that's like just kind of getting to this point where it's like, okay, things are really starting to happen. I'm kind of like just starting out, and it was like it was just nice that we all kind of shared that same feeling of it all, and it was nice that I wasn't alone in that assumption, or alone in that
that mindset. You're experiencing the same stuff.
Totally, yeah, 100%. And it was like, yeah, I just wrote it, and then writing that song kind of made me be like, oh, this is supposed to be fun. Do you know what I mean? So, and I just, again, went straight back to not taking things too seriously and all this stuff. And it was just nice. It was a very liberating feeling. And I think what I kind of found out was, in the pursuit of doing something good anytime, whether that's in, maybe you want to lose weight or you want a relationship to work out or anything, there's going to be like 70% of that time. There's another one. You are going to feel like you're failing or you're not doing well at it, or it's not going to work out. And I think what's amazing about finishing or achieving the goal or reaching or making the relationship work, or in this case finishing the album, is that you get to the end and you go, oh, I'm so glad I went through all that and didn't stop. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so I thought it kind of just really embodied what I was trying to say, and it kind of, I thought it was a bit I thought it was funny as well that it would be a title so long, and I thought it'd be funny to watch the record label try and market something with such a ridiculous title. And so far they're doing a great job, so it's kind of backfired. I was trying to sabotage my own album, but no, I think it's just been. I just wanted something as well that no other singer is going to have that title.
No way.
And if they do, I will sue them
personally.
So be ready.
When people meet you, are they more interested in talking about your music or your Instagram?
It's kind of like 50-50 at this point, yeah, for sure. That's the thing as well, like, I get people come up to me in the street and being like, oh, I love your Instagram, man. And you're like, I'm a singer too. Do you like your song? Or you get people like, oh, I love the Instagram, the music's not my thing. And you're like, cool, man, like just say the first thing, don't say the second thing. Do you know what I mean? Stop that sentence halfway. And yeah, so it's a bit of both, but I'm happy to talk about either or.
It's just foreshadowing your social media influencer career.
Yeah, well, that's it. Once this all goes south,
that's it.
And by the way, I'm if anyone's watching who's in the know or listening, I am so up for teeth whitening products.
Fit
tea, yeah. What are those other things that they market to little girls?
Casper mattress?
To make them feel bad about themselves, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Makeups?
And, like basically like the tummy teas or the coffee it's like you drink and it's actually like a laxative, and they say like, well, this will give you a flat tummy. Yeah, because you've evacuated your bowels so much that you're now half the person you once were. Don't buy those things, please. Stop buying things that make your bottom end flow like the rivers of Babylon. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's fine. But teeth whitening products and all that stuff, hit me up.
Wow, this is exciting.
Yeah, I said I'm trying to build an empire here.
We're looking at the start of something special.
I want to be the next Kylie Jenner.
Oh, do it. Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent. That is out May 17th. That is the album. Dude, really, I say this with all seriousness. I think you're one of the greatest storytellers of our generation.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I'm really pumped to be able to enjoy your music and hear the stories you're telling. It's spectacular stuff.
Thank you so much, man. And this was Niall Horan, my best friend, was my best friend ever, even if he says otherwise. It was right. This is an absolute amazing interview, and this was brilliant. Yeah, very in depth.
Do you have any good Niall stories
you.
so we can put him in the title?
He just loves me. That's all he loves. That's all he loves. He just loves me. Niall Horan loves me. Lewis Capaldi. I'm his favourite singer. So I've been led to believe. A lot of people think it's the Eagles. They're wrong. It's me. What he actually said was, for my next album, I would like to, have you write it or whatever, or I would like to, I basically want to be, you're such an inspiration. And all this. That's basically what he said. He basically said, I'm his biggest inspiration. And it has, what's weird is, you go into his house, and there's this, I said, Niall, please don't put it up. I said, please don't put it up. And there's this massive poster, like wall to wall, of me on the wall, and I says, Niall, stop. And he's like, mate, it's like such an inspiration to see you every morning when I wake up. And I says, okay. Some people think it's weird, but I just think it's friendship.
It's so weird. It's so weird. I saw that same thing, but I thought it was a painting of Adele.
Yeah, that's it the whole time.
I had
You
no
thought it was
idea.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Grace, one of my favorite records of yours. What is the connection to a strip club?
There is none whatsoever. That was about the same time I realised I didn't want to take things seriously anymore either. Like,
So you got up on stage and stripped.
the music's very serious. Look, I get it. It's emotional, cool, whatever. The rest of it doesn't have to be. The rest of it can be a joke for me anyway. I like me having fun. And I think, what could be more fun than stripping with a bunch of topless guys in front of some strangers? And it was lovely. I enjoyed it.
Louis Capaldi, I appreciate you deeply.
Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone in this room. I love you now.
You can burp on all of us whenever you want.
Sorry, I'm sorry for belching so much.
No, it's...
Lewis stops by the Zach Sang show and belches. That's it. Belches completely. So I'm gonna go vomit.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Louis Capaldi, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed that conversation. If you did, please subscribe and also check out our podcast. There's a link in the description, and also comment and like and do things. Other interviews are on the screen somewhere, so click them. Thanks for watching.